Wiley bear. I got the light on and your eyes are blue.
There we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to Wiley and Company. It's been like a hot mess minute since we've done a video. So we thought we'd start doing them again here this fall. We've had some changes around here. One is we have a brand new stove. So we're going to be able to bring you some more videos and actually not be doing everything in the toaster oven. And this is Wiley. As you can see, he's growing. And I put a banana in front of him and he's sniffing it out. But anyhow, this video is about a very easy cheese soup. And it only requires 7 ingredients. So let's get going. Okay, for our very easy cheese soup, it only takes 7 ingredients and a couple of pots. So you dice potatoes, 2 potatoes, 1 onion, 2 cups of milk, 1 stick of butter, 1/4 a cup of flour, a bag of frozen mixed vegetables, and I'm going to use a 1/2 block of this Velveeta cheese. Just need water to cook everything. So we're going to put the milk, the butter, and the flour aside. And you're going to put the onions and the potatoes and cook them till they're done. Like you cook potatoes for mashed potatoes, etc. And I might have to get more water here, but basically that's that. So we'll put that on the stove. And then for the mixed vegetables, same thing. You're going to cook them till they're done. And we're going to put water just a little bit over them. So let's move to the stove and we will start cooking these, and then we'll start the base for the cheese soup. So basically you're going to cook your potatoes and onions like you do regular potatoes and onions, and same with the mixed vegetable. And keynote here is you're going to keep the liquid. You're not going to drain them after they cook. We're going to actually put that in the soup. So that's liquid to the soup. And then I've cut up our Velveeta cheese. Like I said, this is the 2 cups of milk and a stick of butter. So first we're going to put the butter in. Right. And I'm going to go ahead and start this on about 4. Go ahead and put our milk in. And we're going to put the flour in. And, you know, a lot of people say liquid with flour, it'll get lumpy, but this, once it gets cooking and you add the cheese, it will smooth out really nicely. The recipe calls for putting the cheese in with this, but I like to heat this up first and then put the cheese in because then it melts better.
And this is Wiley, and he will be enjoying the fruits of the cheese soup eventually, I guess. He's grown up a little bit since you guys seen him last time, but just been busy. The whole summer's been busy. So we figured we would go ahead and make just a simple video for you guys.
Alright, the potatoes are starting to boil and the vegetables, not yet, but I have it on almost high. We're still adjusting to this stove and knowing what's the best temperature. And yes, it's just a basic quill top stove because we do canning, and I tried canning on a glass top and it scared me because, you know, there is a potential glass tops can crack. Alright, as you can see, the butter has melted and it's warming up. I'm going to actually slow it down a little bit. You do not want to boil your milk because it will scald. And as you can see, the flour is mostly incorporated, and it'll even incorporate more. So I'm going to go ahead and add the cheese. And I like to chunk it up because it just helps it melt better. And this is the basic vegetable soup, or cheese vegetable soup. But one of the things you could add as a bonus is if you had some like ham on hand, you can add that, and it's really good and good with the cheese. You can see it's already starting to thicken up. And you kind of want to stir this because you don't want it to scald on the bottom.
So we'll let this melt a little bit and we'll check back in a few minutes. Alright, so when you cook your potatoes, you're probably going to want to let them go about 20 minutes for people that don't cook a lot of potatoes. And somebody else says you don't need to time them.
Yeah, we just had a disagreement on this off camera, but I do by testing. This is my tester. And yeah, they're not there. But you can see they start getting a little transparent.
And they'll just break up when you put a fork in them when they're done.
Yeah, and I've turned
Won't they, Wiley?
the cheese part way down because we don't want it to scorch. But so it's melting a little slower too.
What'd you turn it down to?
Like 2. That's pretty low.
And also, if you do burn your cheese sauce here, then it's going to stick really bad to the pan.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. So our vegetables are boiling away. Those are already sort of cooked anyway, right?
Yeah.
When you get the bags of mixed vegetables.
Yeah.
So you just want to heat them up real good, let them boil for a few minutes, and then they should be pretty good to go.
Alright, we're getting pretty close. Maybe another 5 more minutes on the potatoes if you want to time it.
Alright, when we get a little closer here, we'll cut out this boring part for you guys and we will rejoin you in a few minutes. Oh, what you got going over here? Oh, she's making bread to go with it. Yummy. Alright guys, well here's the actual recipe for the easy cheese soup here. Just take a screenshot of it here so you guys can pause it if you need to go by this. We'll always also type it in the description. And here's Wiley Bear. What you doing, buddy? What you doing there? So this guy's really grown up in the last 4 or 5 months. He's on his teething thing, I think, right now, and he's like trying to chew everything, but he's a pretty good dog. Pretty good dog. Alright, are those potatoes done? Is this your test?
This is my test, and you can see I can go right through them. Cook them to your preference. It is going to cook a little longer in the soup too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can cut right through them.
So you're not adding any salt or pepper or anything to the soup?
Yeah, I'll add a little bit of salt and pepper. That's not on the recipe, but usually you end up salting it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 things and just add them right in the pot. As you can see, the soup, the cheese is melted really nicely. It's not lumpy. It's perfect. So we just take it, add it right in.
Even with the water?
Even with the liquid. I think it says it liquid. And it looks like it's thinning down a lot, but it'll thicken back up. That's why you add a 4th cup of flour. Okay.
So you put the water that you had in the measuring cup
Yeah,
in
from
the
our
mixed vegetables.
from our Berkey. And I'll be honest, this is probably maybe 2 really big potatoes, so it looks like a lot of potatoes. But you know, we like potatoes. So. And that is pretty much it on that.
And you could add different stuff like cabbage or broccoli or whatever.
Cabbage are really good. Broccoli's really good too. And we will probably add a little bit of salt and pepper.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And you just want to let it cook maybe 5 minutes more. 5-10 minutes, but just keep it low because you don't want it to scorch on the bottom.
Right.
And it will thicken up. Right now, as it cools, and even if you have leftovers, it'll be pretty thick in the morning.
Right.
So that's all there is to it.
Yay.
Very easy cheese soup.
Yay. Alright guys, there's the easy cheese soup. Looks really great. We're getting ready to eat some up. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. We'll be bringing more videos to you. And we just appreciate you stopping by. And God bless everybody. And pray for our country. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Wiley and Company Homestead.